It's like a bunch of us sitting around a room going like, what is the most insane thing you can think of that can happen? And then we do that and we're like, okay, how do we make that even more insane? More insane. How did SUPERPLASTIC come about? You know, I owned this company, Kid Robot, for years, which I sold. And at the time, we always wanted to get into animation, and we were mostly dealing with Hollywood studios. The idea of SUPERPLASTIC was like, fuck the studios and do it our way. And our way was, well, we'll put them on social media, and we'll just create these like totally fucked up animated things, celebrities. And then when they were famous, we could do anything we wanted.
Dripping off the beat, kinda dripping off the meat grinder. Heat niner, pimping, stripping, soft, sweet minor. China with the meat finder, trouble with the script, digits, borderline schizo.
And the other half of it was then we could also do the things that Hollywood would never let us do when I had my old company. One of the big problems was we were making toys, we were making clothing, like we're just doing all this crazy stuff, and the studios could never kind of wrap their heads around getting out of the box, I guess. One of the awesome things is that when NFTs kind of showed up on our radar, it was like, oh, we can do that. And we actually kind of went like, Brett, and moved everything aside, and Janky and Guggimon started making art.
What is the Headtripz party? In short, I think the easy way to say it and people kind of understand it, it's like the SUPERPLASTIC really wacky take on mutation in this space. So in order to participate, all you have to do is just hold or own one of our CRYPTOJANKY NFTs, which is what we dropped in the last big episode, which we did in partnerships with Christie's auction house.
Janky and Guggimon are extremely just like wildly fucked up awesome characters. You know, they play with axes, they destroy each other a lot, play around with, you know, substances. The whole story was Janky and Guggimon broke into Christie's auction house, and they fuck everything up all the time anyways. So they accidentally blew up Christie's, blew up the original 22 NFTs that were kind of in the auction house, and turned them into like 10,000 different pieces. So this is a continuation of follow-up on that story. So they've been kind of like on the lam or laying low, and this time their friend Daisy comes by because they're crazy bored in their hideout, and she drops off a giant briefcase filled with all sorts of pills and tabs and craziness.
And then they trip out, and the whole drop is going from 3 dimensions, which is everything we've done, to 2 dimensions. So it's like a trans-dimensional thing. And I just kind of like the edginess of that, and I like that there isn't anyone telling me I can't do something like that, which I think everywhere else I could imagine being, except my own company, people would be doing that. So I like that we're kind of getting to say fuck you and just doing our thing because we think it's cool.
Initially, we were gonna do episode 2 on our own. We were gonna drop all these NFTs. And then in the creative conversations, we were like, holy shit, we have so many awesome people, artists, different celebrities that we're already connected to or working on toys with or other things within our wheelhouse. We should bring some of our favorite people into this drop.
Kid Super Metaverse and Universe. Why you should be excited about this. I mean, I think it's original. I think it's a time capsule. That was really what I was trying to make it like, okay, this was what happened in this time.
Not my first NFT, but actually the first time of me actually being directly involved with the creative process and then seeing it come to life. So they're pretty dope.
Really in the beginning, it was like, what do we like? I really like handbags. Guggimon really loves handbags. Janky's kind of a fuck up because at different times in our lives, we've been fuck-ups, you know?
Got a team of illustrators I've worked with for almost 20 years that are just beasts, are able to just kind of jam really quickly, interpret, you know, the direction overall. The direction for this one was really, really fun. It's all kind of like trippy and wild and kind of fucked up, which makes to a really good translation into art, right? So like everything's super bright. There's a lot of like layered messaging.
We make toys, right? We make toys, we make animated characters. We've got an apparel line, we make NFTs. We're building a store in New York City. We're partnering with like crazy celebrities and brands. We're doing stuff with Gucci right now. Characters being Gucci models are doing, I mean, I just could go like doing gaming stuff. And for me, it's always, all those pieces together have been fun. And I was like, challenge is always like, how do you tie it together? And actually, for me, like NFTs are the piece that tie it all together. Like, oh, this is, not only is this a totally new artistic medium, this is an artistic medium that we can do new things with, and that for the first time, you've got a medium that exists with time, and that also has the ability to lock in the collector with the artist, with the work of art, and create this kind of interesting, really like weird interactive triangle that happens both online and can happen in the real world too. And when I got that, I was like, this is the thing I've been waiting for my whole life. One of the things I see in the NFT world is that I actually don't see a lot of people, whether it's a company or people or an individual, an artist, that has like a lot of depth. We're doing all these different things, but they're all based on something that's kind of the story that holds it together.
I think our community is really excited about how we gamify our drop and the utility that we add to the drops. One fun aspect of the drop is that there are different levels of trips you can take. We're not actually selling the celebrity ones. Those just some lucky random people will get, so that makes it more fun as well.
Then it's amazing there, it's like so good. The way the characters involved is really interesting. Like they're constantly on Discord talking to people and people are excited.
We've gamified it so there are kind of little symbols in each corner of an NFT, and if you collect all the symbols, you get another like super rare, super special NFT. Most people know Sandbox or are excited about Sandbox, so just the fact that we've added utility where there will be something really special that only these NFT holders will get to access in Sandbox is really fun.
We're tying in the old drop. We've got it like a burn mechanism set up with this whole thing so that it kind of limits the total number of NFTs made.
For Rev, there will be a special Rev SUPERPLASTIC card that only these NFT holders can have. So there's a lot. Those are just a couple of things, but we're gonna continue to add utility and like fun things just attaching it to this drop.
It's like when I left Kid Robot, right? And I left when it was really booming. We like created this whole culture around toys, around designer toys and all this stuff. We had this massive apparel line. And I left because I felt like I personally was at the point I was repeating myself and I'm no good. Like you put me in like a position with like something's just kind of running and I will kind of destroy it. So I think the next thing for this company is gonna be just way farther out. We're just gonna keep going way farther out. That's what we do.